Hello guys, and welcome to another project. My name is Muema from Property Noma.
And my name is George Mungai, Precast builder.
Yes, so together with George, we are going to discuss this finished house behind us. And to do that, we are going to learn about the step-by-step process to get this house to where it is today. So, Mr. George, karibu sana to the channel.
Asante.
It's been a while since we last saw you.
Yeah.
I think the last time we saw you was on a fencing project, right?
Yeah. A perimeter wall using the precast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we are here. You've done this small but beautiful project.
Yeah.
Kindly tell us more details about it.
Okay. This is a bedsitter, a spacious one. The measurements are 12 feet by 16 feet. That's roughly 18 square meters. Yes. And in this project, I was engaged by the client where I was to do everything in that project. So welcome in this project.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you say you did everything, that includes the construction and the finishes.
Yes, from foundation to plumbing, the paint works, electricity, roofing, ceiling,
Yes.
everything to be set. And also the biodigesters, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have this simple but beautiful bed sitter.
Yeah.
And you've done it using precast panels.
Yeah.
Have you ever done such a project like this before?
The projects that I've done, they are big projects, but I've never done a small project of this margin. But a project big, be it small, we go for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Looking at the finished house now, how much has it cost to this point?
Okay, for this project, it has costed roughly 450,000. Yes, from foundation to laying the precast, doing the ceiling works, the plumbing works, electricity, the wiring, as in everything as it is.
Yes,
Yes.
450,000.
Yes, 450,000.
Wow, I
Yeah.
think that's affordable. When
Very
you say
affordable.
affordable housing,
Yeah.
when you build using precast
Yeah.
for such a, you wouldn't say this is a small bed sitter because what you see in apartments, this is a big and spacious bed sitter. It's not
This is a
really
big.
small.
It's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah. In some levels, if we call it, if we go to downtown, this one can be interpreted to a one-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Yes.
What kind of foundation did you do for this house?
Okay, for the foundation, so first of all, there's no shortcut in foundation. Be it a normal block house, be it precast house, there's no shortcuts, there's no cutting corners. So foundation is normal. We use the foundation blocks, the hard ones, and we usually do the channels. We do the concrete. We lay the blocks. Then we put the hardico backfilling. Then the usual backfilling, anti-termite, polythene. Yeah, we compact BRC. Then we do the screed.
Yes.
Yeah, just the normal foundation.
Normal foundation.
Yes, normal foundation. Yeah.
Did you face any challenge when doing the foundation with the type of soil, or was it straightforward?
For this one, we had a favor. We have red soil, so for the red soil, it's usually a straightforward kind of foundation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take to set up the foundation?
Foundation took 3 days.
3 days.
Yes, 3 days.
Now moving on to the walling, you've used precast panels.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more, like the height of the panels and the number of panels that you used for this project?
This house being 4.8 meters by 3.6, we've used 38 3 meters panels. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
38.
Yes, 38 in total.
Yes.
Yeah.
Including the interior partitions.
Yes, including the partitions. We have a toilet there. We have a small wardrobe there. So including all the partitions.
Okay.
38 in number, yes.
So that means for transport, you only used one lorry to bring the
just
panels.
one truck, yes.
Okay. Yeah. How long did it take to set up the panels?
3 days. To lay the panels, putting in mind we were installing the windows and the doors.
Yes.
Yeah, it took us another 3 days. Yes.
All right.
So these are generally to put the superstructure. It took us a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we shifted to roofing, ceiling. So generally the whole project
Yeah.
it took us 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes, from foundation to finish.
Yes.
To what we have now.
You've mentioned the windows and the doors.
Yeah.
Where did you source these designs for the window and the doors?
Okay, for the windows,
Yeah.
in all my projects that I usually do using the precast, I usually contact ridge fabricators. Yeah, those are the guy that usually do all the fabrication for the doors and the windows. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does a good job.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a very neat
Yeah,
window design.
yeah,
Also like how you used a single panel.
yeah. It's a single panel, a big glass. For the glass, we usually have a steel framing, where we usually use we incorporate the silicone and the steel frame to secure the glass.
Do you know the gauge of the steel windows and for the door and the window?
No, for those ones I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can remember for the doors, it was the metal which is here. We usually incorporate now 16 gauge and 14 gauge. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of the design. It brings out the aesthetics of the house.
Yeah.
Now we have the roof. Tell us more details about the nature of the trusses and the roof covers.
Okay. For the roofing, we've realized with the project that we've been doing, incorporating mild steel roofing with the precast, they usually incorporate very well. So for most of the projects that I usually do, I usually use the steel.
Okay.
Where we use for this one, we had a special request from the client, since it's a flat roof, and he wanted to have a tank up there, so to service the toilet and the kitchen. So for these ones, we've used the rafter. We've used 14 gauge 2x2. Then the parents we've used 1.5 by 1.5 by 16 gauge. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the roof covers is a box profile?
These ones are box profile. And for the box profile, usually fasten them using the roofing screws. So we don't usually use nails.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's left is showing us the interior of the house.
Okay.
So kindly do the honors.
Okay. Welcome.
Wow, this is a spacious kitchen come dining. Kitchen come living room.
Yeah. Yeah. So from what I've said, these are 18 square meters bedsitter. It's a spacious one. So as you can see, we have a kitchenette here.
Yeah.
A small kitchenette. And on our left, we have a big window, so that we can have a natural light during the day. On our right, we have a big space for the bathroom.
Yeah.
So we have a shower.
So the bath, there's the shower space here.
Yeah, we have the shower space, we have the toilet here, and we have a wash and basin here. So a good sizable, yeah, that's a 5x8. Yeah, it's a big bathroom.
Big space for a bedsitter.
Yeah, it's very spacious.
Yes.
So, and on this other side, I'd say it's a bed area.
Okay.
Yeah. So a small space where you can put your 4x6 bed. And you have a good wardrobe here, a good closet to service them.
Yeah, good design.
Yeah.
I like how you've partitioned the living room from the bedroom.
Yeah, this is
not because it's not just a single room like you would expect in many bedsitters.
Yeah, sure. This is not like a normal studio, the normal bedsitter. I would say it's a studio.
Yeah.
Though it's smaller than a studio, but bigger than a bedsitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I said 38 panels, so they are all the exterior walls, the partitioning to the bathroom, and also where we have the housing for the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like how the client matched the tiles to the wardrobe.
Yeah.
The MDF.
So, yeah. So
Because
for
they are
this,
the same color, same, almost similar design.
they are the similar design. The shades, they are all coming in harmony.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell other clients who would like to build tiny houses? Is it possible anywhere in the country?
Yeah, for the precast technology, it has come to say for to the clients, we usually don't use the plaster works. So if you need speed in building, you have your inputs. So going the conventional way, it's somehow a little bit tedious compared to precast. Yeah. For this project, it has taken us 2 weeks.
To be done completely?
2 weeks. No, I would say 3 weeks with all the finishes.
Yeah.
Because we've done the skimming, the ceiling, the lighting, everything. So I would say maximum of 21 days, 3 weeks.
Yeah. You touched lightly on the ceiling. What kind of ceiling did you use here?
Oh, this one we've used gypsum board. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can say that also the client wanted to use high-end finishes, because gypsum is a higher end type of ceiling when you compare to other types of ceiling.
Yeah. So the client was very specific on what he wanted. Yeah, so that's why I was in a position now to advise him for a good, smooth, and direct kind of ceiling, and a smooth as a
smooth
flat
surface.
one. Yeah, a small surface, a flat one without complication. Gypsum is the way. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Aside from the bedsitter project, I see you also did the fencing for this particular plot.
Yeah.
Kindly tell us more details, like the linear meters and the number of panels.
Okay, for this project, total linear meter it's 63 meters, where we've used 22 H columns and 84 panels.
Yeah.
With a standard height of 2.4.
2.4.
Yes.
So that means you used 4 panels.
Yes, 4
stacked
panels
on top of each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, how did you do the installation for this particular fence?
We usually align all the columns. We make sure that they are level. Then I usually have a machine that I usually use for it to simplify installation of these panels, because I've realized doing the manual way, you end up having breakages. Yeah, because sometimes they are heavy, but you can't control. It's not like a machine.
Yeah.
So I've simplified. I have a machine, a crane that I usually use to lift all the panels.
Yeah.
So
and by using the machine, is it faster when you compare to using manual labor?
Yeah. For the machine, it's faster and safer. Yes, you can't compromise. Yeah, because it's a machine generally.
Yeah.
It's there to simplify everything.
In your experience, you found out that by using the machine, you minimize breakages?
Yeah. For the machine, because you can have stuff that when you are lifting the panels, it becomes heavy.
Yeah.
Then they end up releasing it. Then when it hits down, it breaks. Then it's a loss on my side, because I have to replace it for the client. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is innovative.
Yeah.
It's new, and we wish you the best with other future projects.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. George, for taking us through the bedsitter project and also the fencing, and for sharing the details. For you guys, those who have ideas to build tiny houses or SQs or bedsitters, this is a good example. I hope I've asked the questions and the details have come out clearly for you in your research. So thanks for watching this video up to this point. Kindly share it widely with others so that they too can get the information they need. With that, thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you in the next project.
Thank you, guys.